Hi friends, this is Paul with People of Peru Project. Just wanting to give you another update on the absolute devastation that we're experiencing in Iquitos, Peru right now. The reports we're getting daily are getting worse and worse instead of better. We are far from reaching any kind of peak and decline in the coronavirus in Iquitos. The death toll is rising dramatically. I want you to know that we have staff members who have continued to distribute the food resources that we have available. What an amazing sacrifice that has been as they put themselves at risk to meet the needs of other people who are desperate. Yes, they've taken all the necessary precautions with the personal protection equipment that is available. But the death toll in Iquitos is staggering, and it's not getting any better. I admire the courage and the passion that the staff of our organization have to continue to meet the needs of people around them who are suffering, even at great risk to themselves. I'd like to share a few statements that were given to us by people who received food from our staff this last week. Greta, a 34-year-old mother of 3 little boys, says, "I'm so thankful that someone came to help my community. Thanks to these food bags, 20 families will have something to eat for a few days." Greta's a fruit vendor and sells food ordinarily on the highway. She said that since this quarantine started, it's been difficult, if not impossible, to provide an adequate food supply to her own family. Thank you for those of you who helped support these initial food drives, because you're making a difference for moms like Greta. Mitchell, a 41-year-old father, says, "I'm a single father and I have lived with my 3 sons, 2 of them with special needs. This time has been rough for me. I've tried to answer so many questions that my children have asked me, and at the same time trying to find something to do to get money in order to provide food for my sons." Katrina, age 48, said, "My neighbors and I put white flags outside our houses hoping someone would see it. I don't know how to thank People of Peru Project for the help they've given." The people in Iquitos are now more desperate for food than ever. The supply line has deteriorated, the supply is low, and people's resources are gone. Medicine is incredibly scarce. Who knew that a small portion of ibuprofen would be like gold? The morgues are overwhelmed with the bodies of people who have died from the coronavirus. Families have no option right now other than to take their loved ones to a mass grave on the outskirts of town. I would have never guessed that this city that I've loved for 20 years would be one day under military lockdown. I would have never guessed that people would be fined heavily or publicly humiliated in a feeble attempt by the government to keep people at home. The hospitals are out of oxygen. There are some local business people who use oxygen in their industries who have set up tanks out on the street now to provide oxygen for families who simply have no recourse as their loved ones are laying at home in bed gasping for breath. I would have never guessed that people would sleep on the streets all night, waiting for the bank to open in the morning, maintaining their social distance, only to be forced together by a monsoon rainstorm. Admittedly, it's overwhelming. There are tens of thousands of people right now who are in desperate need of food and medicine. Nobody can do it all, but we can each do a little. People of Peru Project is committed to the White Flag Rescue Operation, where we need your help. The families who have lost loved ones, the children who are hungry, and those who are locked down in their homes fighting for their lives need us right now. Won't you consider monthly support or a one-time gift today? Do it now. People of Peru project, bringing food, bringing hope.